Robert Easter Jr. has become an icon in the community. After becoming the IBF lightweight champion of the world earlier this month, he has been using his platform to unite the community of Toledo and inspire change, even working with the mayor herself. Today, we sit down with the pair for an exclusive discussion about the title and the community of Toledo. Christina, a while here at the One Government Center, sitting alongside the mayor of Toledo, Mayor Paula Hicks-Hudson, and the new IBF lightweight champion of the world, Robert Easter Jr. Thank you two so much for taking the time today to join us.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Now, Mayor, you know community, whether it's teaching life skills to the underprepared or providing legal aid to senior citizens. In fact, you have spent time in both the prosecutor's office and the public defender's office, so you know community. How big of an impact does this world title have on the community of Toledo?
I can just say real quickly that Saturday morning, everybody's Facebook was blown up about the celebration that we should have to honor this young man. You know, in a time when there's so many negative stories about young African-American males, this is a positive story, and it's a story of family. It's a story of community, because everyone says that he belongs to us, and he's our community. He's our young man. He's our champion, and so it's just been another boost for the city.
Now, Robert, I have covered a lot of sporting events in my time, and I have never seen an athlete garner such hometown support. I bet you there were 2,000 to 3,000 people who made the 8-hour journey from Toledo to Reading just to be there to watch you and cheer you on. And in turn, you have always used your platform to show your city love. Why is that important for you?
Coming from a place where I grew up at, just a lot of friends and family that seen me go through what I went through coming up in the amateurs, you know, and they, all the tournaments and fights I've been in, friends that was alongside with me, that some of them was going down the same road, but then got distracted in the streets. But it's like they all living their dream through me as well, you know, because like I said, growing up, I had a lot of friends, and we was on the same thing in the same gym or just boxing period, and some, you know, decided to, you know, go elsewhere and do something else. But they seen me stick with the dream, and they was like, man, your dream came true. Like, you actually stuck with it, and, you know, they living it with me now, you know, becoming a world champion.
And that is true. You both have achieved so much success in your careers, Mayor. You are the first female African-American mayor of the city of Toledo. Robert, you are the third to bring a world title home to the Glass City. Each of you, if you would tell me how you have been able to achieve this level of success. Ladies first.
Well, I think it's almost like mirror his story, is that I come from a family that believed that education was important, and that there was nothing, whether you were male or female, that you cannot do or should not try to do. So that was the bedrock of my foundation of going to school, and then just being prepared and just keep moving forward to do those things and to take opportunities and turn them into chances to grow and to develop. And that's how I think I sit here today as mayor, being not necessarily in the right place at the right time, but being prepared for, you know, what comes ahead of you, and being able to accept the challenge and not be afraid of it.
Robert?
I come from a boxing family, and a family that really believed in me, and having a strong father as well, you know, it's really steered me in the right direction, and just kept me on task and kept me focused. And, you know, as a little kid, I always believed, like, you know, my dad was steering me in the right direction, and I was like, oh man, I know that this is it, so this is what I gotta do. And I just stayed dedicated, and, you know, I had to make sacrifices young coming up too. So I was like, yeah, I gotta make this work now, because this is the only thing I have love for, the sport of boxing. I had to make sacrifices young coming up too. So I was like, yeah, I gotta make this work now, because this is the only thing I have love for, the sport of boxing.
Now, people in this city are calling you a hero for uniting the community and giving hope to the youth. What do you think when you hear that?
It's a great feeling, and I believe that's what God put me on this earth for as well. Not only to be a champion in boxing, but a people's champion as well. You know, to give people motivation and inspiration as well. Giving back to kids, and not even only kids, but adults too, giving some adults to believe in as well.
Mayor, your city is saying that about Robert Easter Jr. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I can't begin to tell you. We talked that Saturday morning, and I knew in just 3 or 4 sentences that this is a young man who comes from a place where he knows who he is. He knows what it is to be part of the city of Toledo and to grow up in the community and to come back to the community. He also knows about what he wants, and what I think is, and it's not a dirty word, so I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to put him down, but it's a thing about being trainable. And when you think about someone that's trainable, it's more than just following along. It's thinking, it's accepting, it's learning, it's growing, it's challenging, and it's making one a whole person. And this young man is just that. Because when we were talking about how to put this celebration together, he said, well, ma'am, very quietly, ma'am, I've had some conversations with TPS, and I've got some people that are helping me do this, not working for me, but helping me. That's the language that he used. And he said, if you don't mind, would you, contact them? And so each person has their role. Each one of us has a God-given gift that we should sit in, use, and not try to get outside of that and not go beyond that. And this young man is doing that. He's not forgotten where he's come from, and he's come back to this community. He wants to give back. His dad wants to help. His mom wants to help. And it's about us looking at not becoming celebrities, but really becoming who we are and whose we are, and doing those things that are necessary for us to make ourselves better, but also the people that we touch better. And I'm just, I have great hope for this community because of young people like him. And there's more Robert Easters than there are other folks, and we just need to remember that they're out there and celebrate them and lift them up.
And so for all of those out there that are looking to become Robert Easter Jr., a world title holder, you're sitting here next to the mayor. What's the one piece of advice you can give them on how to be here where you are now?
Stay dedicated and focused to your dream. Whatever it is, don't let no one steer you away from or tell you can't do it, because our dreams can come true. I'm a living proof. Stay dedicated and focused, and work hard at it, whatever it is you decide to do. Not only sports, but you got doctors, lawyers, or etc. Stay focused, and once you believe in something, you fight every day to achieve it.
Okay, now you mentioned the celebration. Why don't you fill everybody in at home about how you're going to honor the new IBF lightweight champion of the world?
Okay. We are going to have a parade starting at 2 o'clock on October the 2nd, and it's going to be downtown. And it's just an opportunity for us to really showcase this young man. We're going to give him the key to the city, and that if anyone's interested, they can get more information. We have our social media on for City of Toledo, and there's a lot of information that's going to be given about this celebration, as well as other things that are happening here in the city.